we're going live. Burr, 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 burr. Burr, 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 burr.
You know, after this episode, we'll be back to live.
That's
Like,
awesome.
this is the only backtracked one left.
That's okay. After this episode, we're going to be on episode 200.
What?
Okay, I'm really far away from the mic right now, but there's a dog head between the wheels of my
They're really good at doing that.
chair.
They're getting right.
So I
underneath
literally can't move without rolling over corgi ears.
It will be fine. Someday we'll get mics where we just sound like this all the time.
Oh, like this. I say this here because I'm not saying on the pod, and because it's not 100%, I'm just saying one of the options that we're looking at for our first wedding anniversary is possibly, maybe, small chance, a corgi.
Yes.
I have word on the streets.
I mean, it has been a year
Listen.
since we've got a new dog for the clan.
There's word on the street
Mm-hmm.
that there is a loaf, a couple male loafs
Oh,
in Central Florida
it's time.
that are ready for homes
Those loaves need homes.
mid-January.
Yes.
So I'm getting details on the loaves.
Family knows.
But they're
I'm going to call it Wonder Bread.
freaking adorable.
I'm already naming your.
To be fair, it
possible,
might be. I can't tell if, because they're young, I can't tell if they're tries or if they're reds. So if it's
Oh.
red, it literally could be red Winter Bread.
I'm going to call it Wonder Bread. I love it.
But we don't know.
Wonder Bread.
It's just a possibility.
Wonder Papa.
We have Christmas
Yeah,
behind us with some mess. I'm going to cover that up.
we're making
there.
Christmas.
There's this, obviously, that happens.
Yeah. Nixie made Christmas in her hair.
I made Christmas with hair and it's straight because the person who doesn't likes to blow dry it straight when she's done.
I'm going to share
And it's weird.
my favorite tweet of like the last 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because by the time this airs, it'll be 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
I love it so much that
Uh-huh.
it's still my favorite.
Okay.
At the Thanksgiving Day parade,
Yes.
Al Roker went ham
Oh, yeah.
and did a bunch of crazy things, and gifts were created.
He's always ham.
And there was one that Lin-Manuel Miranda posted where Al Roker pushes a dancing stick of butter.
Yep.
And he wrote, Roker did a shove to a butter. And something about that sentence just makes me unreasonably happy.
That's adorable.
He did a shove to a butter.
shove to a butter.
Like, to where the point where I randomly will say that at Jesse the last few days. I'm like, he did a shove to a butter. I feel like he's channeling weird grace mode, because I feel like those are some of the
Probably,
things
yeah.
that I do. And I'm starting to wonder if it's a language thing.
It might
Because
be.
he also is a native Spanish speaker.
He is.
Parents who speak Spanish
Yep.
and English. And so just the phrasing and the grammar is just, mwah. I just love it so much.
Oh, oh.
Roker did a shove to a butter.
Sneak, 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 sneak. There's a dog that's moved. Okay, I better now. We've also, instead of putting a tree up, you can't see it on here, but we've taken the banister of our stairs and instead covered it in garland and lights and the non-breakable Christmas ornaments.
It's a holiday banister.
It's our tree this year.
Yep.
Mandalorian's fucking awesome still. Where you're listening to this now, we've just seen episode 4 with the new tea sipping meme.
Yeah,
Instead of Kermit sipping tea,
this is the new tea sipper.
the new tea sipper. We have not seen Frozen 2 yet. We have not seen Will You Be My Neighbor yet.
No, none of the things that I'm dying to see.
I know.
But we'll get to them. Time and money will happen. I've heard good things about Frozen 2.
I've heard really good things about Frozen 2.
Which is crazy.
It's one that I don't know if I need to see in a theater because
That's
I
my
don't
concern.
want to be around younglings.
Sure. Yeah.
I guess I can say we just had Thanksgiving
Yes.
when we record this now
Yes.
here in America. And because we had a Ducksgiving beforehand.
Yes.
I have my family Thanksmas coming up next weekend.
Right.
I just instead watched 16 hours straight of Star Wars
There was a lot of Star Wars watching.
and spun yarn.
I started Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Order 66.
The Order
version.
66. I found a website because you don't have to watch all of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
We're watching straight through season 2, and it's not bad. But there's someone had made a great list of like the 66 episodes to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that's slowing me down is I keep having to go back to the website and go, okay, what's next?
Well,
as opposed to the like continue playing option.
I will say, once you got to season 2, you can kind of just watch through.
Well, that's the thing is they're out of order. Like the first episode is season 3.
It is because you're introduced to the clones.
Yeah.
And the way they filmed, the way they did the series is very much like news reports from World War II.
Yeah, gotcha.
You can kind of tell that from the intro.
Yeah.
So they don't necessarily do all of them chronologically.
No,
but
it felt like a flashback.
Yeah, so once you watch that one, and then you watch the few in episode 1, once you get to like Innocence Over Ryloth and the Ryloth arc, you kind of, I just kept letting it play because it's a good run of episodes through there.
Can do.
And then when you get another droid episode or something boring, then you go back to the list.
Nice.
And pick up to the next thing.
I like it.
And then watch straight till you're bored again.
And I'm gonna do that. Or those become the things that are just playing in the background type.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
But again, Anakin's, I don't know how far you got.
He's got a Padawan.
Mm-hmm. You watched the movie.
We watched the movie.
And then you watched the 2 with the clones.
The one with the clones and like they're testing.
Yep.
And then there's the one where this group of clones
goes through the gauntlet.
To save the world afterward. Like there was like, hey, we're the only ones here.
Oh yeah.
We have to do the things. And then there was, I think, one
with
more
the
after that where we meet the last, we meet the lady, the scary lady, and I think that may be it.
So you've at least with the movie, you've at least seen this version of Anakin.
Yeah.
So you can at least already tell with just the movie.
Yeah.
He's better.
Yeah. He's got a couple bit more dimensions.
He has a couple more dimensions to him.
He's got a couple more vectors were used in his personality.
And I will also say there's even an episode coming up with him and Padme. You're actually like, oh, that's actually almost a functioning couple. I mean, there's some issues still, but it's way more an actual functioning couple.
Emotional polys were used in forming this. It was high poly emotional content.
They got in the different characters from Inside Out.
Yeah. I made a joke on Thanksgiving Day that made me so happy because it actually got you and Jesse to laugh.
Oh, yeah.
I rarely get you both. And to get you both to break that thing was fun. Is we were watching the Jawas.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's where the Cybertruck inspiration came from because the giant fucking ship. And I wanted to share that with the world.
I also still love the discussion. How about Jedis are not one house in Hogwarts?
Oh, yeah.
Jedis are multiple houses depending on the Jedi.
Yeah.
And that Yoda is not a Ravenclaw.
No.
Yoda is 100% Hufflepuff.
Puffly.
Okay, are we going to start this?
Let's get this.
I even know what number we're on.
I'm excited. Okay.
Because I know what episode next.
I'm ready.
Okay. Are you recording?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed it.
No, you're fine.
Welcome to episode 199 of There's No Place Like Terra.
We're gonna party like it's 199.
Okay, we're at Stargate First Watch Rewatch podcast. We sing a lot randomly. In case this is your first time randomly hearing us, no clue how. I am Nixie.
And I'm Greg. I got so surprised by that. I was busy singing.
This is the type of episode this is going to be.
Dearly beloved.
Dearly beloved. We are gathered here today to celebrate this thing called Stargate.
Let's go crazy. Okay, SG1. Every friend that I've ever known that has gotten married, I've tried to convince to walk down the aisle to that song. None of you have fallen for it. I'm really upset about
Listen, I did fucking Wonder Woman crossing no man's land.
Sure, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, SG1, Season 9, Episode 4, The Ties That Bind, a.k.a. Intergalactic Scavenger Hunt, a.k.a. The Camdalorian.
Oh, the Camdalorian's good.
Because he does call himself a bounty hunter.
He does.
I liked it.
I like Camdalorian. Mine was just something about a.k.a. the leather pants episode.
Oh, yes. It is pretty leather pantsy.
I like the Camdalorian.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It does.
The Camdalorian.
The Camdalorian.
Actually, I think that's my I think that's my Halloween outfit. So it's like a Mandalorian helmet with SG1.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
The Camdalorian.
The Camdalorian.
I'm doing it.
So I'm trying to think of any decent. The only pop culture I have for this week is I've watched a shit ton of Star Wars. I watched the original, not the original, but I watched the movies in machete order.
Yes.
All in one day. I did include Force Awakens and Last Jedi at the tail end. And I didn't disclude episode 1 in my machete order.
Right.
I watched the Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan bits.
And then I think the plan was to everybody watch the things. And then I think what ended up happening was domestic partner boyfriend Jesse was supposed to come watch with you.
Yeah.
And he didn't because he couldn't sleep.
Yep.
And so then everybody kind of just watched him in whatever thing ended up in. And so then when we finally came over at night, we just kind of did best of.
We just did best ofs, yeah.
It was like, I really need to see Leia on the land speeder. And then what was the other things we had to watch? We had to watch Duel of Fates. Yes, Bartender Nick wanted to see the rise of Vader in Rogue One. Yes.
Yeah, we wanted to watch just the tail end of Rogue One directly into the beginning of A New Hope.
Yeah, so just a whole bunch of like fun random.
Yeah, we watched Duel of the Fates. We watched the Battle of Mustafar. We watched the tail end of Rogue One into the beginning of A New Hope. We watched the land speeder chase.
And then what else did we watch?
And we watched. I don't know if we watched anything.
I think we got distracted.
Yeah, then we just got randomized.
I didn't want to forget this.
Because we unfortunately have in the past weeks.
But we wanted to, because we do shout outs when we get new patrons. I wanted to say thank you to Travel in the River, which by the way, awesome for our new patron. And I don't think we've missed others. And if we have, we're very sorry.
I think we did miss Vanilla Thunder though.
That is quite the name.
And possibly Carly Mitchell.
Okay.
Because it's been a long time since we've done it.
Okay.
You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Podcards are coming. I actually just found, speaking of future podcard, I have found, I don't want to ruin the surprise of who it is.
Oh.
But in putting, we were cleaning out the closet.
If you will.
Huh?
Nixie fan art.
So we were cleaning out the closet and I found some old sketchbooks from college. And among all of my notes and my designs for classes, because again, art major, among all these things, I found a piece of Stargate related portraiture, if you will.
Oh yeah. We found some artifacts.
That we are literally just going to scan and send you as a pod card.
The world needs to see, especially because you dated it.
I dated it even. And I will say, probably a better illustration than I could do now.
Well, you were just in practice.
I was in art school.
Yeah. Talk to me in 10 years to see if I can still write the papers I'm trying to write.
Exactly.
You lose. Although maybe I'll be amazing and I'll be an essayist. What? Anything could happen.
I do words good.
I cry and then the words come out. That's how I words.
Yeah.
I know everybody's got a process. I cry and then eventually the words come out.
I just watch a lot of genre movies and just kind of create in that.
Nice.
Anything else before we get into this?
The holidays are here. Be kind to yourselves
and others in retail.
And I'm going to admit this here because, again, be kind to yourselves. I forgot to take half of my meds this morning. So if I sound especially loopy or weird, it's because I was not kind to myself. And I let the week get to me.
Yes.
But we love you all. Be kind to yourselves. That's just a quick reminder. Take care of yourselves. That's it.
That's the most important part. Yeah. I have a side tangent that has nothing to do with how kind you should have for yourselves and others during this holiday season. Yes. Mine is, if you hear construction noises in the background of this podcast, they are redoing siding to the house next to us.
I can tell you, based on the history of the editing, we end up hearing it more in our headphones than people do.
And I just wanted to give people a heads up in case they do, in case there's some
ambient noise track
particularly loud.
Yes. It's the ambient noise track that I've added to our podcast because I don't know if you guys know, but secretly I'm trying to turn this into a horror podcast.
You know,
So if you
wouldn't be
listen very
surprised.
closely, you'll hear murders in the background. Murder.
Okay.
Okay, now I want to do that.
Okay. August 5th, 2005. That may
Yes.
have literally been when I did that illustration that's coming your way. It was written by Joe and Paul, directed by Will Waring. We have a couple guest stars.
Oh.
Bruce Gray, who plays Senator Fisher,
Okay.
and the head of the Senate Appropriations Committee, is a face you've seen before. He was actually the father of the groom in My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh, cool.
But more in the genre.
I want to watch that movie now.
It's on one of the streaming services.
I'm gonna watch it, and I think there's like a sequel.
There is. I never saw that one.
I haven't either, but I'll watch it.
He was in Starship Troopers, Babylon 5. He was Surik in Star Trek Enterprise. Admiral
By the way, I've been
Chakotay.
watching a lot of Christmas movies. Speaking of like movies that don't have a lot of content.
There's a couple that I really want to watch, but I had to wait till after Thanksgiving.
There was one called The March Sisters Christmas.
I still want to see the night one, the really cheesy night one that I need to watch on Netflix.
I watched that one.
Did you?
I'll watch it again.
Okay, I really want to watch
I
that
never
one.
watched it. Just kidding. I never watched it.
Actually, Bruce Gray was acting up right until he passed at 81 in 1990 in 2017.
Wow.
He was that same year in Good Witch and in Timeless and a couple movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But the face that everyone knows in this episode, the one, the only, Wallace Shawn.
Vizzini himself.
Vicini himself.
That's how I know him.
That's how I think everyone knows
Okay,
him.
good. I was like, am I missing something?
No.
This is one of those where I probably missed something.
He's also Rex in Toy Story, though.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's Rex.
That makes sense now.
You hear the voice now that
He's
you
very
pointed out.
neurotic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also,
I just always thought it was my soul speaking through a dinosaur.
It is. It is. Your soul is Wallace Shawn.
My anxious, neurotic soul.
He was also Grand Nagus Zek in DS9,
Oh,
the head of the Ferengi.
that'll be a thing that Jesse knows.
It would be. Honestly, here's the thing. When you get to those episodes of DS9, you'll immediately know. He's under heavy prosthetics as all Ferengi are, but it's not. It's very easy to.
I feel like he's hard to hide.
He's very hard to hide.
While I have you all your undivided attention, I am open to suggestions for domestic partner boyfriend Christmas gifts.
Okay.
Anything DS9 related would be fine.
I mean, I have a couple ideas for DS9 related things.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, DS9's my shit.
I like surprising him with the things that I don't know about and be like, this is a thing you like, right? Like, it's cool.
That's like, this is a thing from Star Trek, right?
He likes requesting on his Christmas list things that are like the holy grail of things. And I'm like, I can't get you this.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't exist anymore. Like his current thing is a original version of the Star Wars movies in DVD format, or he'll take Blu-ray.
To be fair, if you look, I'm pointing to a
those.
thing. No. What I'm saying is, if you find those copies, those have. I'm pointing. Everyone says that the theatrical editions of Star Wars were never on DVD, and I have proof that they were. Bitches.
But I don't think those are available anymore.
You can probably get them used.
Yeah.
For not too bad.
Yeah. The trick is to find them, I think. So I'm like, okay, can you ask for something that I can find?
Well, you can take pictures of those and at least know the cover art.
That's a good idea.
Because I have versions of the DVDs that on for everyone else, because you know this.
Yeah.
They have the 90s special edition cut, but part of the bonus features is the original theatrical in the correct aspect ratio and everything.
Yes.
They are not updated.
We'll have to look.
They're not even like the newer ones that are like cleaned up.
No.
No, they're like the original recorded off of VHS super low-fi.
Like I'm desperate enough to where if I found them on VHS, I'd get them converted.
I have them on VHS as well. If you want to convert them off of VHS.
I mean, I could.
Yeah.
I could do that. There's
I also have them on Laserdisc. I don't have a Laserdisc player.
Does anyone? Do they still make them?
Probably not, but I brother Matt a couple years ago, because he decided that I probably should have them in every format that exists.
Sure.
I have the original Star Wars trilogy on.
If he can find you some wax cylinders,
Yeah.
get them on that too. Okay, I'm done.
Anyway, so Wallace
Lizzie,
Shawn, not only super well known on stage, screen, and TV set, did you know that he is also a super accomplished playwright?
Wow, I did not.
He has a large repertoire, and a lot of his stuff actually, unlike a lot of his roles that he plays, they're apparently, I have not seen or read any of them personally, unfortunately, but apparently a lot of them are like sort of political, slightly controversial, like more pushing the boundaries things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Also, according
when I write plays, they're all going to be horror.
It doesn't surprise
Oh my
me.
gosh, I started reading, sorry, that was really loud. I started reading Devil in the White City.
I don't know what that one is.
It's beautiful. It is about H.H. Holmes.
Okay.
America's First Hero.
I do know H.H. Holmes.
But things I didn't know. His reign of terror, if you will, took place around the same time as America's World's Fair in Chicago.
Interesting.
So it tells the stories in this parallel of like the raising of the World Fair and the raising of the serial killer and whatever he was doing. And it's like mildly historical.
Okay.
Like everything that's told is
factually correct.
Yeah.
But they create a story around it.
It's just beautifully told. And I wish I remembered the author, but it's called Devil in the White City.
Okay.
The end.
That is Grace's book recommendation.
Yes.
Currently.
Also, a lot of things by a Buddhist monk whose name I can't pronounce.
I'm still reading Mess of Avalon, but I haven't gotten to read in a couple weeks. So, and according to Wiki, I like this rumor, so I don't care if it's true or not. It's now canon to me, is that the casting director for
Star Game?
No, Princess Bride. Shit. The casting director for Princess Bride saw him, Wallace, in Dinner with Andre, and liked how he delivered the word inconceivable, and then just cast him.
I love that.
Off the word inconceivable.
Yeah, that is, he is inconceivable. I think if I ever ran into him, I would just say inconceivable at him. Yeah. How often must that happen?
Just from across the street yelling, inconceivable!
Like, do you think everyone does that to him?
At least every other.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like, I remember, what is his name? Aaron Paul.
Yes.
From Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
People would just yell bitch at him. Which I'm like, that's kind of fun, but also like everyone's just yelling bitch at you all the time. But that's what I would do.
Okay. So Stargate.
Yes.
We start the episode in the gate room.
Yes.
The gate is just finishing dialing up, and Vala's being escorted off to wherever Vala goes. And Daniel comes in to see her off, not because they've been through so much together.
He can't seem to get rid of her. He's just like excited to be rid of her finally.
But also to make sure that she is thoroughly searched.
Yep. You can't trust her.
Upon that search, they discovered a bejeweled brooch that is as priceless as the memories they shared. No.
Invaluable.
No. Daniel takes that back and pockets it. He's like, okay, we're done here. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Vala's like, do I not even get a hug?
Yeah. I love it. She's laying it on thick.
So awkward hug. And you and I and Daniel and Vala all know that we know what she's doing.
Perception is far too high for what she's attempting.
Exactly. And she knows it too.
Yeah.
She just wants to get her hand in his pocket. Yeah, she tried to pocket that brooch again. Can't blame a girl for trying. And he's like, yeah, I can. Get out of here.
This entire episode is just a character study of Vala. Of like, why does Vala do what Vala do?
And it's a good character study. And with that, and a brush of Daniel's face, Vala makes her leave. An hour later in the hallway, Daniel gets off the elevator to find Cam there, and they walk and talk. Daniel is just happy to finally get some work done now that his quote-unquote girlfriend is gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, about that, Cam's like, we never really figured out where we come down in this whole SG1 thing. Are you in? Are you out? We're the party back together.
You're hanging out, right? You're staying here? Yeah.
And before Daniel can answer, boom.
Dun, 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 dun.
Daniel meet Floor.
I'm very on board with Cameron where he's like, where was the cake? Everything should be an excuse for cake. Cake for everything. Yeah, he's bummed. He's bummed and he's going to start the cake committee.
He's 100% going to start the cake. I mean, Jack's not here. Someone has to run the cake committee.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the infirmary later, Daniel wakes up and we get the fantastic reaction shot to his face when he sees just like Carolyn and Cam staring at him.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And they're thinking, it does have something to do with the bracelets because you suddenly got better when certain someone was brought back to base.
Yeah, and I love her little look where she just
Miss me?
sheepishly. Here's what I wonder: why didn't Vala pass out? Did she pass out? Did we catch her in time?
No, I think she passed out. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't know how they brought her back, but she definitely passed out.
Poor Daniel. Like at some point, he needs to realize that maybe this is just Oma being like, "Dude, this is your girl now. This is it."
From the looks of it, Daniel did not miss Vala. End credits. So we come back to a nice little walk and talk between Landry and Walter with an armful of paperwork. And basically, Landry is just sick and tired of being in meetings all day.
Oh, yeah.
And most meetings to him, at least, are a waste of time. He doesn't have to be there. So if Walter just goes and writes up a report.
Yeah. Hey, can you just do my homework for me?
I mean, he'll promote Walter if that's what it takes.
Yeah. Yeah. And Walter's like, wait, no. I mean, no. Yeah. I don't know what I mean.
You really have no choice in this, Walter.
Yeah. You're getting promoted.
Poor Walter.
Yeah.
So Landry then meets up with Cam and Carolyn coming out of an elevator. And I don't know what was happening in that elevator, but Cam very noticeably does up a button.
They both look a little awkward, a little shaken.
Landry catches he's doing up a button. At one point, Carolyn is looking between them like, why is this awkward?
Yeah, and she's sassing the crap out of Landry, too.
Yeah.
She's just like sassafras.
She is sassafrassing.
Yeah. It's like, bro.
That's pretty bold to be sassing the general that much.
There's something there. There's something we're gonna find out.
But why was Cam doing up his button? Was it just that he was like, oh, the general's here and I need to have one more button done up? Or was there a reason his button was undone?
Here's what I think. It's not even sexual yet.
Yet?
He did the thing where he's like, hey, you're a doctor. Can you look at this thing?
Okay.
And she's like, seriously? Which is why she comes out with so much sass.
I can buy that.
He's like, can you look at this thing for me? Should I get this checked out? And she's like, yeah, dude, you should get that checked out.
Not by me, though.
Yeah, please never talk to me. Yeah. He's that guy.
I can see that.
I was like, I'm going to show you this thing. I'm not in your personal space, right? This is mine. You don't mind?
And the other half of your brain is going full Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. The other half of my brain is like, they were fucking in that elevator.
Fucking in the elevator. Yeah. So Carolyn explains that Daniel and Vala are still linked somehow. For some reason, they can't be apart for longer than an hour. And Dr. Lee thinks the connection's actually stronger because of the whole ancient communication bullshit.
Yeah.
It just kind of went and fucked everything up.
Good times. Yeah. It just made it, What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
What doesn't kill you makes the connection stronger.
Yeah.
So down in the lab, Dr. Lee is trying to hook the two lovebirds up to a monitor. Vala wants nothing to do with any of this. Daniel wants nothing to do with Vala or any of this.
Yeah.
Vala is just talking shit about Lee, who's standing right there. Daniel is like, look, we are scraping the bottom of the goddamn barrel here, unless you know of someone who understands this technology. And Vala does the school kid looking off into nowhere.
Yeah, like what? I'm so innocent. She's really bad at innocent, but also very cute at it.
She's very bad.
Yeah.
There was a scientist who was studying the bracelets, and he's like, cool, let's go see him then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's out of the question. for reasons that
I
follow.
only burn bridges as I go. In fact, it is my MO to burn every bridge I ever cross.
Like, I don't just burn them, I kind of explode them.
Yeah, like I purposely set up explosions as I leave.
Yeah.
And then flick my cigarette on them. Yeah.
And Daniel's like, this is the guy you stole them from, isn't it? He's like, how dare you assume that I acquired these through anything less than honest? He's like, you fucking told me you stole them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's the thing is once people have found out how you work, it's hard to trick them again.
Uh-huh.
And Daniel's the one who her charisma is not enough to like forgive.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, bitch, I love you, but no.
I mean, I don't even love you. I tolerate you, but no.
Yeah. He loves her.
I think there's a version.
He loves her. I don't think he like wants to marry her and have babies, but he admires her.
He's quite fond of her.
Yeah, he's grown accustomed to her
His presence. Yeah. And she's like, fine, we can go, but we're going to need to change of clothes. Yeah. And they both leave, and Dr. Lee is just like, what am I, chopped liver?
Yeah. I am convinced that heavily convinced that she's just fucking with them about the leather.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, she's like, I just want to fuck with you guys some more.
Speaking of leather.
Yes.
They're in Arlos's lab. Cam and Daniel are wearing some very nice, like, leather get-ups.
They're about to board the Firefly.
100%. 100% geared up for Firefly. Yeah. Like, there's a couple GIF-worthy moments.
Oh, yeah.
That little, like, butt waggle.
I hope they remembered to put some baby powder in there.
Yeah, well, that's, I think, why Daniel was doing that little shake. I think he forgot the baby powder.
You gotta remember it. You gotta do the things.
Cam has some very nice Han Solo-ish vibes going on. He has, like, it's not exactly Han Solo, but the way that his top sort of does that fold, it's a little bit Luke in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, sure.
But it's also a little bit Han-ish.
It's definitely he wanted to look like his heroes.
Again,
who are these space
I'm pretty sure Han and everyone else wear those same like long coats in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
They're just painted a little different.
Well, that's the thing is Cam's like, I'm going to get to go off a planet and pretend to be this. He's a Star Wars fan.
He's 100%. Yes.
I mean, the Cam DeLorean does not say he's a bounty hunter.
Exactly.
Without channeling his inner Boba Fett.
Exactly. Yeah. So eventually Arlos comes in and Daniel and Cam are here because they need his expertise. And they bring out the bracelets. And, coincidentally, Arlos happened to have a pair of those up until recently. And they do work in the same way that Teal'c had speculated with the connection. And no, he's never heard of the connection lasting longer than once you remove the bracelets. I mean, maybe some freak power surge or something, but that's just unlikely. And okay, but if they were connected after you removed them, would you know how to, disconnect them?
It's like, here's the deal. They should have just lied and said that they were connected.
Yeah.
We were somehow connected. And we would like to not be. How do we fix it?
And
please help us, scientist Vizzini.
And he's like, yeah, sure. But first, and they lean in real close, awkwardly. How's Vala? And they're like, who?
Yep.
And they're like, don't play dumb with me. I need to see her. It's not for revenge. It's because the bracelets aren't the only thing she stole.
Oh, boy.
She also stole my heart.
Oh, boy.
And they're like,
what have you done?
They're like, come again for Big Fudge.
Mm-hmm.
And Arlos begins to paint this very vivid, very disturbing picture that makes Cam and Daniel like almost physically ill.
Yeah.
I believe you were also cringing.
I was like, oh,
real bad,
really strange and creepy. I think if there was ever a chance for Vala and Daniel, it's done now. He's like, oh no, I don't want to think of this anymore.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Their facial expressions are everything.
Yeah.
As Arlos paints, pictures of these wonderful carnal times, and he just wants the chance to see her one more time.
Mm-mm.
So bring Vala, and he'll consider helping.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Grace is like, I'm not touching that.
No.
We have the 10-foot pole.
I'm channeling my inner disgusted Bob from Bob's Burgers. It's like, no. not doing that.
So back at the SGC, Major Gibson from the Pentagon comes to see Landry. And bad news. The International Committee has reviewed Landry's budget for next year and basically just stamped a fucking reject
No
button
money,
on
no
it.
help. I didn't catch her name when I was taking my notes, so I called her General Lady.
Okay.
What was her name again?
It's Major Gibson.
Major Gibson. She's not even a general.
Nope.
Got it.
It's okay. Even knowing how it's going to disrupt day-to-day operations at the SGC, their full backing and all of their money is with Atlantis. To them, the SGC is now just in a support role.
The new kids always get all the fun toys. It's like you're the firstborn, and then they forget about you, unless you're a middle kid, because then they're like, we're tired.
The little kid gets jacked.
You don't get shit.
So
sorry, can't help you.
Landry's not even that surprised, really. He doesn't only see it like he doesn't always see it like they have all the importance because all the new tech. It's also because Atlantis is civilian run, and the International Committee has no say in how the SGC is run.
True.
So Jack,
if we can't control you, we don't want to help you.
Basically, and so Jack is willing to back Landry with the president, but Jack does think it's best if Landry goes straight to the chairman of the Appropriations Committee himself, which will come into play later. Back in Arlos's lab, Vala is laying it on real thick and heavy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was 5 or 6 mercenaries, and they took me and they demanded the bracelets, and I'm so happy to see you. He's not buying a single word of it, as no one would. It does, however, he assumes that knowing all of the good that they shared, all of that being thrown away is enough to haunt her until she dies, and she's like, yes.
Oh, totally.
That is punishment enough.
I am haunted. I am haunted person.
That should do it.
Yeah.
Arliss is over her, but not over the theft of his mother's necklace. She's like, that's long gone.
Yeah.
You're never seeing that necklace again.
Yeah.
He goes, business is done.
Yeah.
No necklace, no help.
Yeah. Go on a wild goose chase now. Hence the beginning of our scavenger hunt.
Yeah. And Cam's like, whoa, lover boy. We'll get your mama's necklace
Words.
We'll get your mama's necklace back.
He does go full Southern.
Oh, yeah.
When he says that.
I think that's why I had a hard time saying it.
Yeah.
I have a hard time going full Southern.
Yeah.
In a market, on a planet, with a pyramid.
So this is where it starts. To get the bracelets off, we have to get a necklace to Arlos. That's part 1 of our puzzle.
And those 2 kids that run through in the scene, those are apparently Ben's kids.
Oh,
yeah,
adorable.
But we meet Inago, a Jaffa who's now a merchant, selling a one-of-a-kind sword. 2 for $5 swords that are one of a kind.
So many things.
And he tells Cam and Daniel that business is slow, but with no planets to conquer or cities to loot, the Jaffa have to do something to get food on the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Sell shit and light.
Yeah.
So
used car salesman.
That will work forever. That's sustainable as crap.
100%. So Vala was supposed to get word to him that they were coming, and at the sound of Vala's name, Inago pulls his zap gun at them. And wanting to know where she is, because Inago...
His name should be Iago.
Oh, I keep saying Iago, and I have to remember there's an N.
Inago, yeah.
Inago swore the next time he saw Vala, he would kill her. But it turns out Vala was just using the boys as bait, and is now behind Inago with his zap gun to his back.
Just kidding. Here's my new plan.
They insult each other to the point that Cam thinks it's obvious they used to date.
Yeah.
Probably.
She's nothing if not an opportunist and an incredible sucker for dudes. Like,
yeah, she knows. Listen, she knows what she looks like. She knows her Christmas there, and she uses it to her advantage.
Oh, absolutely.
As I would too. So
use whatever you got.
Inago brings up the necklace first. How Vala super overstated the value of that thing. It's actually worthless.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the shield inhibitor that Inago sold Vala was just a used power coil.
Basically, we're both assholes.
Yeah. I'm not here for revenge. I just want to buy the necklace back. And Inago's like, no deal. I would, buy back that worthless power coil, though. Don't ask why.
So now the story goes. Arlos needs a necklace.
Yes.
To get the necklace, we need to get the power coil.
Yes.
That's how far I've gotten. Okay.
So Daniel's watching this, and they're like, what about straight swap?
Oh,
Necklace for power coil. And Cam's idea is actually better to just dig a pit and then throw the two of them in there to fight it out.
Yeah. How about we just let you guys die?
Finally, they agree after the boys both pull their own Zach guns.
Mm-hmm.
Actual Zach guns they pull out.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've seen Zach guns, right?
In my head, I was more like the boys pull out their Zach guns.
Their other Zach guns?
And I was like, actual Zach guns? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the weather is getting hot. It's getting chased.
Exactly.
It's not even like a move. It's just like, fuck, I can't.
It's
like,
so sweaty.
It's the equivalent of when, for the women listening, when you come home from whatever long day you've had and you're just like, this bra's coming off the minute I can.
Listen, I've been known a couple times if I'm at a stoplight.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
And so it's not even like some sort of power move.
No.
They're just like, God, I just can't any longer. I'm gonna pull out my Zach gun.
Anyways, power coil for necklace.
But so the line still stands. We haven't seen a Zach gun in a while.
We haven't.
I don't know that we ever see them in store.
No, we don't.
So what is the female equivalent called? Because it's not a Zach gun.
It's I'm working on it. Stun grenades. We have seen stun grenades in Stargate.
Stun grenades.
We find the power coil in a religious monastery where Vala is known as Sister Vasina. And she meets with Brother Caius.
Oh, sure.
And they worship the minor Celtic god Granuus. And Sister Vasina pledged and gifted the legendary Ring of Shenmarek the last time she was here. And the pilgrims come from all over the system to worship and give money.
And most importantly,
give money.
Also, they give money.
The collections plates handed around often. It's funny that right around the same time she showed up with this legendary ring, the priceless relic, the Lavina crystal, disappeared.
Yeah.
Daniel is shocked.
What?
And she's like, yes, it is shocking the depths that some people will plumb.
She just doubles down every time.
She does. She's like, listen, she doesn't know how to do anything halfway.
Yes, and the whole way through this.
All the yes and. The bad news, she tells Caius, that the Ring of Shenmarek is a fake. You're going to have to get rid of it.
Oh, no.
And Caius does have a moment of wisdom here that ultimately its true worth cannot be judged by monetary value, but by the genuine faith it instills in the hearts of many. Also, the faith of their pocketbooks.
Also, go fuck yourself. I am an asshole, just like you. I love the fact. It's almost like they're speaking thieves' cant.
They are speaking thieves' cant.
You know what I mean?
Vala drops the act. What do you want?
Yeah.
And he goes, seriously, I have to get out of here. I can't take it, the fasting and the chanting and the bathing of the poor and the weaving of prayer baskets.
I mean, the bathing of the poor, I'd be like, I'm out. Nothing against the poor, but I don't want to bathe anyone other than myself. I barely like bathing my dog.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's poor or rich. Like, I just don't want the bathing of other people.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And he does pause to wish blessed day to the others that pass. And shocker, Caius is not a real monk. He was a smuggler. He was a good one. And he's been here playing monk since things got hot. And it's been a great gig until the Gould was killed. And now there's fewer people contributing to the money basket.
Yeah, it's drying up.
Yeah.
It's time to get out and find a new scam.
Because he was just smurfing all the stuff off the top of the river.
Yeah, the best grifters know when to get out.
But, I can't leave because of the power coil.
Sure.
ring, power coil,
Mhm.
ring, power coil. And he wants to get out of here, but he needs his cargo ship back. And Vala's like, that's not going to happen.
So now, to get a necklace, we have to get a power coil. And to get a power coil, we have to get a ship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I miss any steps?
And, what about just a replacement of another cargo ship? He's like, no, that's not going to fly because I've made some special modifications myself.
Yeah. Huh. Good times.
His own Millennium Falcon, if you will.
Sure.
To get the ship.
He is a smuggler or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To get the ship, you get the ship, then you get the ring, the power coil, the ring, power coil.
Ring.
Daniel's like, how do we get the ship? And Vala just sighs because they can't.
Yay.
Because the ship is in the hands of Jupe and Tenat.
Yep.
Tenat. Whom Daniel has already squared off with before after Vala stole the Prometheus.
Right.
And Vosh from the Lucian Alliance is waiting to hear news of Vala because apparently she's wanted. Dead or alive.
I'm not surprised she's not wanted in more places.
To be fair, this is just the one that's going after her
Yeah.
currently. To be fair, also it's the Lucian Alliance. The Lucian Alliance may have bought out her bounty from other places.
She's like the Flynn Rider of Stargate.
Listen, I've said this before. Is it Flynn or Finn?
It's Flynn.
Flynn?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's Flynn.
Because I always am confused.
No, we're talking Tangled, right?
Yeah, we're
It's
talking
Flynn.
Tangled.
I'm gonna double check. but I'm
Because
pretty
I always
sure
thought it was just Finn. And I very well am open to me that I'm wrong. There's an L?
Flynn Rider.
Yeah, I never knew there was an L.
Yeah.
Things you learn.
I
To be
think of
fair,
Errol Flynn.
Next time we bring up Tangled, I will have forgotten if it's
And
Flynn or
you'll tell
Finn
me
again.
Is it Flynn or Finn?
It's like every time mentions a boy band and they tell me which boy band does a song, and I was like, I'll remember this for now. I'm
It's
not
gonna
going
stick.
to
It never
remember.
sticks. Yeah.
I know one boy band song because they say their name in the song.
Back strings back.
All right, yeah, it's the only one I can tell you who sang it.
I can tell you all of them.
However,
Every
I did
time
listen
I will
to.
remind you.
I did listen to, however, I don't know how I got into this. I think I heard one of their songs in a store, and I proceeded to, for the next 2 days, to and from work, listen to nothing but Savage Garden. And I remembered that I still know every single word to both albums.
I didn't realize they had 2 albums. I didn't
There's
realize they
2
had more than
albums.
2 songs.
There's 2 albums. I know every single word to both of them.
I'm impressed.
I have not listened to them in ages.
And that is your boy band.
Yeah, that's my boy band. And I would have fight people when I was younger. They're not a boy band. They're totally a fucking boy band.
They all meet their same requirements.
I'm listening to their music going, this
Gel
music
hair,
is...
matching outfits.
Uh-huh. Except one of them, it was only one singer. The other one just didn't sing.
Right.
And just played instruments.
I'm still a fan of the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I never got into Jonas Brothers.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Love it.
So back at the SGC, the briefing room,
Mhm.
Landry is not believing what he's hearing.
Nah.
You need to get the ship, to get the power coil, to get the necklace, to get the guy who's hopefully going to unlink you.
Imagine how complicated this would be if this were a lie they were making up. It'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? Because that would be my thought. It's like, why are you trying this hard? Yeah.
But now the ship is in the hands of the Lucian Alliance, a coalition of former smugglers and mercenaries who
Mhm.
basically now act as a galactic mob
Sure.
with, now with the gold power vacuum.
Mhm.
They're what's it from the solo film
Yeah. Oh, okay.
that I just forgot the name of them
I
too.
don't know.
It's a really good reference when you forget the names of
I
things.
actually haven't watched the solo movie.
You need to actually really watch the solo film
Yeah, I will. Okay.
because a lot of people threw shit on the solo film, but I'm like, if you are just looking at it as
I
like,
just didn't get to it.
if you are just looking at it as like a smuggler heisty film,
Mhm.
it's good.
Okay.
I think you'd like it.
I just haven't gotten around to it.
We have it. You can borrow it.
Well, I have it. Anyone
Oh.
on Disney Plus has it.
Oh, that's right. It is on Disney Plus, isn't it?
I just
I
haven't
forgot it's
seen
on
it.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I mean, the Last Jedi's not on Disney Plus yet, so I forgot that some of the
Oh.
ones aren't.
That makes sense.
We had to bring out the Blu-rays
Wow.
to watch Last Jedi for that marathon that we did. Okay, so look, they're not really going to talk to anyone they don't know,
Mhm.
and they do know Vala, but she's not really in good standing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Vala and Daniel quip over whose fault it is that she's not in good standing.
Yeah. Well, you know.
The risks are too high. Landry's not going to risk it. He's going to let Dr. Lee continue to research.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, you two, Daniel and Vala, are just going to have to get fucking used to each other.
You're just gonna have to get friendly with each other and deal with the fact that now you're twins.
Yeah.
You're conjoined twins.
Uh-huh. And in
Go
3
back
days,
in time and start an act in the carnival.
in 3 days, you're both going to Washington.
Mhm.
Landry needs Daniel's good wordsmithing and expertise, and Vala's like, "We will do our best," and everyone's like,
Vala,
"Fuck."
keep your mouth shut.
Why did they even let her in the room when we get to that? Just keep her outside the
I
room.
don't-
It's close
yeah.
enough.
And she's just made of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So in Daniel's office, he's doing research, and Vala's wondering how she can get her hands on a credit card. There's no good that can come from that. Basically, Vala is super bored.
Mhm.
So bored. Her female security officer's not responding to her flirts. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd probably respond to her flirts. She's also super bored. Did she mention she's bored? And Daniel's current work has historical value, but no like money and jewels and shit that Vala wants.
Right.
She's basically just annoying the shit out of Daniel because she's bored, and you miss it the first time maybe, but she moves Daniel's glasses aside to sort of lean in.
Yeah.
She's like, "Take me out to dinner." It's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. I want to do things.
I want to go off-world. I have some great deals, some traders
She's
lined
a
up.
4-year-old.
We can split it 60-40.
Can I go to McDonald's? Can we get a Happy Meal?
He's like, "No."
Yeah.
And she finds it really unfair that Daniel gets to go living his life, but Vala is now stuck here and has to put her entire life on hold. And Daniel's like, "I should be in Atlantis."
You will never live that down.
No.
Yeah. The resentment is real.
Oh, 100%.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I am a little bit. Listen, well, I don't think they should be like going off and getting involved with the traders or anything. I can kind of see her point of like, I can't live my life. I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
Listen, I know it was my fault and I didn't look and see what the consequences of this would be, but still.
Yeah. I'm still bored.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So Daniel tries to play nice. Look, the fact is that we're stuck together. We're going to have to learn to get along.
Mhm.
And then she hops on the desk
Oh boy.
and there's a breaking sound.
Oh boy.
As Vala slowly pulls out from under her butt broken glasses.
Joke's
Found
on
them.
you, Vala. He doesn't even need them.
Yeah.
They're just for fun.
Just for show.
That's why they were on the table and
Uh-huh.
not on his face.
So Daniel is going to check on Dr. Lee, and Vala just pushes some of the stone tablets away just out of spite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming later that night,
Mm-hmm.
Daniel heads to his room on the base since he can't go home
This one's fun.
because he's connected to Vala,
Yeah.
and finds Vala there in his bed.
She's all cozy too. She's like
Uh-huh.
settled in.
Yeah.
Just waiting. Well, how long has she been waiting?
I'm guessing she's gotten real bored. It's been like 45 minutes, an hour.
She's like, fuck. She's probably gone in and out of the bed a lot
Uh-huh.
and like try to find other things to do and then
Yeah.
heard him coming and like had to run back into the bed.
Basically.
Yeah.
She does like, "Oh, am I in the wrong room?" And I want to know how she got out of her room into Daniel's room.
Yeah.
What hijinks pursued?
Yeah. I don't know what she threw her voice so that the guard would go somewhere and then like just ran across.
She's in some very cute fuchsia little tank top underwear number.
Oh yeah. It's very tasteful.
It's really, and then like super cute too.
Yeah, yeah.
And Daniel's like, "No, there are a million things I'd rather do than this."
Which is come on, Daniel. Really? Really?
Maybe there's like 10 things.
No, he's just being spiteful.
Oh, he is 100%.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What if we can't find a way out of this? What if we're stuck together for the rest of our lives?" And he's like, "Don't even go there."
We might as well enjoy it.
I mean, she's like, "Look,
She's trying to make the best out of a bad situation.
some people would find this bond romantic."
Huh?
And sort of,
This could be a rom-com.
and Vala sort of deflates, and
This
she's
could
like,
be Holiday in Handcuffs, which, by the way, is a real movie with, I believe, Melissa Joan Hart and either Mario Lopez or Joey Lawrence.
to be
Or one
fair,
of
the
those.
porn version of that is also called Holiday in Handcuffs.
I like it.
But she's like, "Am I really so repulsive?" And Daniel doesn't answer well.
Oh,
He answers like the tiniest bit better when he's like, look, I just know what you're doing with the whole sexual thing. It's a defensive mechanism.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he answered a lot better. I'm just saying he didn't
he
answer.
just psychoanalyzes her in like the shittiest way possible.
He's like, you live alone, you move from place to place, never forming lasting relationships, use sex as a weapon to prevent yourself from forming real bonds. And she's like, oh, I'm textbook. I never realized I was so transparent.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets up and throws her bathrobe on, and she's like, it's fine. Why would you want to be involved with someone so pathetic?
Yeah.
And she tells him the story that she was engaged once. And then she was taken as a host. And even after she was free, try forming lasting relationships after you've been stoned and spat upon by your own people.
Tiniest violin plays.
And Daniel is like, wait, doesn't want to leave. And, he's sorry. He just forgets sometimes all the Vala's been through. And wait a minute, you're fucking playing me, aren't you? She's like, is it working?
Yeah.
She's like, get out!
Almost. You almost had him.
Almost had him.
That's mean, playing on his like
I know.
conscience.
Which is,
all the rest of it is fun, but this one's just like, okay, this is a little bit mean.
which is why, like, you realize that Daniel was really shitty there too, and you're like, Vala's just a shitty back in a different way.
Yeah.
It's just, they are so fucking made for each other.
They're
It's
terrible
goddamn
people.
awesome.
Yeah. It's very love-hate.
Yeah.
Son-hate.
Yeah. So in Washington, we have Teal'c in a very nice suit.
Always.
Looking real fucking good.
Uh-huh.
I mean, not that Landry and Daniel don't awesome, but we don't frequently get to see Teal'c in the full earthen
It's like
suit.
looking directly at the sun.
Yes.
It's like, look, don't do that. You're going to go blind.
I'm going to need some shades.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then, oh yeah, Vala's for some reason in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So Teal'c explains
Wearing some awesome tights.
Oh, we'll get to her outfit later because I would like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very 90s in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
So Teal'c explains that we can't just assume just because the Gould threat is entirely gone, like this, there are still Gould out there.
Mm-hmm.
They may not have the Jaffa loyalty anymore, but they still have the loyalty of the human slaves.
Right.
And they're still gonna fucking cause chaos. And none of what Teal'c says the senator counts as actual threats.
Oof.
He also finds no credibility in Daniel's reports of the Ori. He can't see how Daniel ever left the SGC. He was in a coma. All of this just seems like a hallucination. Even the prior that came through the gate was a single man, just spouting religious dogma that doesn't align with ours.
Basically, he's like, pics or it didn't happen.
Essentially.
No proof. Why should I believe in you?
And to the committee's point of view, and listen, I can't, if you're on the committee side, after billions of dollars in 8 years, the Gould have been neutralized, the replicators are gone, and now suddenly, in perfect timing, here's a new magical enemy in the Ori.
Yeah, I would be skeptical as well.
Yeah, that needs all of the money and all of the effort put into it.
Interesting.
Right as they would be facing a budget shortage.
Don't short our budget. Let me tell you about these new things.
Yeah, and Landry's like, what are you inferring? And the senator's like, yeah, I'm basically inferring the guys are bullshitting for money. So he's like, look, this Stargate program has new alien tech. So let's focus on building up planetary defenses. Let's build more giant spaceships to go around. And we're not shutting you down entirely, just taking 70% of your budget away from you.
That's nothing. Totally fine. Everything's normal.
It's going to be more than enough once you de-emphasize planetary exploration.
Take away 70% of my anything, and that's probably too much of taking away.
So Daniel tries to speak up for exploration, but the senator quickly shuts him down, saying that this program does not exist to satisfy Daniel's curiosity. We know how to defend the planet now, and that's all we needed. And Vala tries real hard to hide a laugh and doesn't actually try that hard.
Yeah. She's actually not trying. She's pretending to try just for the sake of etiquette. Yeah.
And everyone tries to quietly tell her to do not do what you're about to do, but she gets up anyway and straightens her leather skirt with her awesome tights.
Because you're a chaos moment. We know you're about to cause some chaos. Please don't do it.
Yeah. No, I love her outfit here. I want it.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
So, I mean, to her, only an idiot would assume that this backwater planet was safe because you have a few ships with shields.
She calls it a backwater planet.
And she jumps up and sits on the desk next to the senator, crosses her legs.
That's super appropriate.
And that senator's probably going to have to stay behind that desk for a little bit.
Yep.
I'm going to have to stay behind the desk a little bit. I mean, you don't seem like an idiot, do you? And the senator, she has to assume that the real reason he wants more ships is because, like other men, you like big machines with big engines that fire big missiles because you have a deep-seated need to overcompensate for your own shortcomings.
And in case that wasn't obvious enough, she gives us hand signals.
Yeah, and the woman, she's like the woman laughs who's taking notes, and she gets it, and Vala just waves her little pinky finger. Daniel's like, recess!
Please stop talking.
Vala's done here anyway. She gets up and she straightens, and Landry looks both angry and horrified.
Angrified.
Horrid.
Nope, that sounds bad. Don't do that. Angrified is what we're gonna stick with.
So back at the SGC, Cam's like, how'd it go? Landry's like, you're getting that fucking ship and getting her off.
Get her away from here before I kill her with my own bare hands.
She accused the chairman of the Senate Appropriations Committee of having insufficient manhood.
Of having a tiny penis. That's super fine. That probably helped us a ton.
Yeah. Super helpful. So on the Pacific Northwest planet, they're back in their leathers, and Teal'c is now in some leathers too.
Sure.
I mean, which is a better look? The finely tailored three-piece suit or the off-world leathers?
Yes.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
So Vala's like, listen, they're assholes. Don't trust them. Don't believe anything they say. They're going to try to screw us in the same way that we're screwing them.
Basically, you know how I am, everyone.
Yeah.
That's how everyone.
Maybe less sexual tension, but you never know.
Yeah. They'll do a shove to a butter. Sorry. I love that line. Okay.
So Jupe and Tenet arrive on the planet, and Vala's like, look, this is a good plan. This is a great plan. We got this plan. And Daniel's like, yep, because nothing motivates creativity like desperation.
Yep. You can smell
He's
it.
not wrong.
Sometimes it's what it takes.
Sometimes my best creative ideas have come when I've done 14 other ideas and I need something in the next 5 minutes, or it's,
There's one artist at work who I won't name to protect the innocent, who has said it's like, look, I need to procrastinate because that deadline forces me to produce work.
All I'm saying is I'm pretty sure there's a lot of creatives that are that exact same way.
Yeah. There's a guy who did the Toothpaste for Dinner cartoons, and I wish I knew his name, has this one where it's a chart about how the creative process.
Oh, is this the XKCD?
No.
Okay.
It's, Toothpaste for Dinner.
I think XKCD has done one like that too.
But it's like this bar of like procrastinating, fucking around, and then all the work while crying at the end. Yeah, it's good times.
There's a reason I'm a creative with a deadline heavy field.
Yeah.
So Vala's like, well, just, admit you're going to miss me when I'm gone. And Daniel's pretty sure he won't.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Cam is just happy.
I found the chart. Work begins, and then fuck off for like 90% of it, and then panic, and then all the work while crying, and then deadline. Okay, the end.
That sounds about right. But meanwhile, Cam is just happy. This is almost like old times. Teal'c wants to clarify he's helping Daniel. This should not construe his desire to rejoin SG1.
Yeah, I like that it has to do it here. It's like, Teal'c, come on, be nice.
And, there are times, Teal'c says, that Cam reminds him of Jack.
Aww.
And Cam's going to take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
And Teal'c goes, as you wish.
Yeah. It's like, no, but okay.
Well, here's the thing I also like. I just like this thought that he still has to earn Teal'c's respect.
Sure.
Like, Teal'c may know exactly what his past is. Or may not, honestly. Who knows?
It doesn't matter to Teal'c. It's like, what am I watching you do now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I like this whole, where Teal'c clearly is testing him.
Sure. Yeah.
And is like,
I'll take that.
You have to earn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do like how Teal'c says that he reminds him of Jack, and that may or may not be a compliment.
He's like, okay.
So they're pulling the New Hope maneuver, but it's Daniel and Vala in Chewie's place.
Yeah.
When Tanat and Jupe from opposite directions come to show up, and Cam is super subtle with his hands crossed, but one hand is inside of his jacket.
Sure.
What's up with all the hostility?
Yeah.
So Vala and
trying to
Tennant
keep my hand warm here.
spar words, and when Tennant points his Zach gun at Vala, Cam pulls his own out. No damaging the goods before the deal is done.
Yes.
And Tennant asks his name. I mean, Daniel already took Hans Olo, so he just comes up with Cam Mitchell, bounty hunter. You haven't heard of him because he likes to keep, the
Camdalorian.
My name, the Camdalorian. He likes his work to speak for himself.
Yeah.
I'd love to stay and talk shop around the clock. Where's the reward?
Yeah, gotta go.
It's weapons grade naquita. It's on the ship. So Jupe is going to take Daniel and Vala to the ship, and then they're going to return and ring the naquita down.
My head just kept going. My backpack's got jets. Above the fat. Bounty hunt for a job. So I can't. I'm trying real hard to focus.
I don't know what that song is.
Oh, I can't believe you don't know that song.
Are you really that shocked that I don't know what that song is?
It's the song about Boba Fett. Literally, my backpack's got jets. I'm Boba the Fett. A bounty hunt for a job hot to finance my debt. I chill in deep space. A mask is over my face.
Still, actually, weirdly, I have not actually heard of that song before.
I'm broken, and we're going to play this for Nixie
That's
afterward.
fine. Please do.
It's MC Chris for anyone else who's looking for it.
Okay. So, yeah, and don't worry. Honor is what's going to keep them from just flying off with Daniel and Vala. They have reputations to uphold after all. So, Jupe leads Daniel and Vala back to the ship.
Yep.
In the cargo hold, there is a lack of naquita there.
Sure.
Jupe's like, please.
Triple cross.
Do you really think the Lucian Alliance is going to, trust us with naquita after we lost the last batch to you?
Yeah.
And they're just going to kill the two bounty hunters and be done with it. So as soon as the doors are closed, Vala works on releasing her cuffs, releases Daniel's, and Daniel goes to work on the door panel, know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Cam fills time chatting about football.
Yeah.
Thinking that Tennant strikes him as a Raiders fan.
I can see what he means. I can see what he means. I'm not against it. I mean, because I grew up in a Niners family. So I'm like, yeah, they're a bunch of fucking ruffians.
And to me, those teams were so removed.
Oh yeah.
That I have no, those are the teams.
Raiders fans are savages.
I just
a hot take here, people.
I just know the names of them.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't have images in my head of the fans like I do of Packers fans, Bears fans.
They're savage.
The local
and they
fans
own it.
Okay.
Yeah. So think of like
Phillies fans.
Think of Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they really own the Raiderness of the Raiderness.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So Vala wants to help.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
The shit that I've said on this podcast hasn't gotten me in trouble.
That's fair.
What's that thing where it's opinions by hosts of this podcast do not reflect the actual views of this podcast?
There you go.
Vala wants to help Daniel. He's like, yes, you see that panel on the other side of the room? Go to that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you there? Cool. Now shut up and let me fucking work.
And don't touch anything.
So Cam is still talking about football things, sports ball, when the cargo ship starts hovering over them, and Tennant is about to brag about how he's won what really the rings take Cam and Teal'c.
Just kidding.
And then leave an unconscious Jupe.
Haha, sucks to be you.
And Tennant sighs and presses a button on his belt. Cam on the bridge is like, well, that went well.
Yeah, super great.
But actually not, because now there's a shit ton of Lucian Alliance ships out here.
Why did they see? They should have knocked him out before they left.
Uh-huh.
And then they would have bought themselves.
Just zap them before you go.
Yeah. Zap and go. The end.
So Vash calls over, FaceTimes them, and is like, stand down or surrender. Easy peasy. And that's not going to happen. Nope. So Vala knows, Kaya said he customized the ship.
Yeah.
So let's see if there's anything we can use. And basically the ship casts mirror image.
I do love that.
And just like poof, there's extra ships around.
Yay.
And they try to make a run for it.
Mhm.
And 2 of them go after them. The rest are very low perception and
Yeah. They hang out with the
mirror images. So new trick, they fly to a point, turn around, and shut everything down and wait for it.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Boom! Pulse wave!
Woo!
Overloads the 2 ships pursuing them, and ships will need a couple minutes to reboot things, so
by that time they're gone.
they have enough time to fuck on out of there.
So Vala pulls some pretty elusive ship maneuvers.
Yeah. She's a fucking
Vala
rogue.
versus Han.
Yeah.
Who takes it?
Okay, I will say this. Clearly Han is a Falcon.
Mhm.
What ship does Vala have? This one? Or like one of her own making?
Oh, I guess that's true.
Because Han's gotten to customize
Yeah.
some special modifications, if you will.
I say she gets her own ship.
If she gets her own ship, it's going to be difficult because here's the thing, and this is something that, again, controversial.
Mhm.
Han is a fucking awesome pilot. I don't think he's the best pilot.
He's amazing in the Falcon.
Yes.
It's that team is amazing.
Yes. Like, if you're talking Star Wars, I think Hera Syndulla could take, you don't know Hera yet, but Hera could take Han Solo, I think.
Interesting.
I don't know how good of a pilot Vala, though, is either. So
Well,
I think
Vala's pretty good at adapting to any ship.
So I think what we come down to is basically how well they modify their ships.
Yeah. So it comes down to who's the most clever.
Yeah. And that part I don't know about.
Ah.
Because they're both really fucking clever rogues.
That is a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it where it
They're a
is.
different style of rogues. I will give them that.
Yeah.
Here's why Vala may stand a chance, because both of them are just going to be trying to like essentially flirt with each other.
Oh yeah, and Han's gonna fall for the charm before she does.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. As charming as he is.
It's just, he is so charming. Against any other person, it might work.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah. So,
Plus, she has the Chem DeLorean.
she does have the Camdalorian.
Although the Teal versus Chewie.
Oh my gosh. Teal versus Chewie.
I think Chewie's gonna take it.
I don't know. Because here's the thing is I almost see like Chewie doing the hand on the kid's forehead maneuver with Teal type style.
Yeah, maybe.
They're very, very, very different styles of fighter though.
But that's what I mean. I think Chewie takes it. I think Chewie's just reckless enough.
He also, I think his size has a huge advantage. Like the biggest
Yeah.
advantage Chewie has is his size.
Right. That's true. I like it.
I mean, if we're also giving them a staff weapon versus Chewie's bowcaster,
Right.
that equals things out real good.
Yeah. God, that's a fight for the ages. Okay. I'm done.
So, Caius isn't playing monk anymore. They're all in the tavern, thanking them for delivering his ship. And thank you also for not helping yourselves to all the swag in the hidden compartments. And everyone is dragging Vala out. She's like, what compartments? What way? No!
My whole life.
And then they trade back with Inago, who
I bet he didn't actually have anything in there.
No.
He just knew what that would do to her.
100%. The compartments are there.
Yeah, but there's nothing in there. Yeah.
Back with Inago, both are refusing to admit why the seemingly worthless artifact is so important to them,
Sure.
which I love. I want to know what that I think there's something hidden in the power coil.
Oh yeah. When you open it,
It's like just straight Naquita.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Naquita. It's a Naquita coil.
So finally back in Arliss's lab, they finally he can finally get his mother off his back for losing the necklace.
Yeah.
And yeah, also, I mean, I've been doing extensive research and there's basically nothing I could do.
Oh, the final cross of all crosses. It was for revenge.
You
Just a
can't-
different style.
Well, I think I think he honestly thought he could do research and he's like, look, I did research it and there's nothing I can find. It just, the effect should shut down on its own. And I guess
bet
we'll
he knew the answer to this before they even left.
Yeah.
He's like, man, just let them.
I just want the necklace back.
Yeah.
And eventually it should wear off on its own. Bye!
Damn it.
And Vala just grins as Daniel stands there in horror.
He just wasted an entire day.
Landry's also a bit pissed
Mm-hmm.
to Daniel in his office. All of that for nothing. Just
Mhm.
wait until Senator Fisher hears this.
Yep.
And on that front, Landry spoke with the president. There's two choices that Landry has.
Okay.
Accept the budget cuts or convince
Don't.
the International Committee to change their minds and contribute to the SGC. And to do that, they're going to have a new civilian position appointed by the committee with full access to the base and all major decisions. Basically a civilian watchdog.
Dun, 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 dun. Who can it be now?
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, do you think it'll be someone new? Do you think it'll be someone we've seen?
I think new. I hope it's someone new, and I hope it's not like some piece of garbage like the guy that wanted to be president.
Kinsey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope it's like a new awesome person
Okay.
who wants to go off planet.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Remember
but-
that one that was flirting with Sam, and they did like the negotiation planet,
Oh,
and he like wore the nice loafers to like through the mud. It was like the farming.
something like that would
Yeah.
be awesome.
So in the gate room, Teal'c is heading back out,
Uh-huh.
and we get an Indeed.
Yeah.
And Cam wishes his good luck on Takara.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be a stranger.
Mm-hmm.
And after he says goodbye to both Cam and Daniel, looks at Vala, heads up the ramp through the Stargate. Stargate shuts down, and Cam just knows that he'll be back.
Yep. And he looks us in the eye and tells us that, which I thought was a little weird, but I'll take it.
And fade.
Okay, this was fun.
Yes.
It's kind of just like a little D&D adventure.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a little one shot. But it is a little bit of insight into Vala. Like, okay, Vala's just fucked up everything. She's just completely haphazardly made it through life.
Complete chaos puppet.
And is very okay with it all.
Yeah.
So she'll be here for at least one more episode. So I'm guessing we don't get Sam back next week.
So I just need to fully tell people this. You know how earlier I was like, I can't move my chair because there's a dog between. I can't move because there's a dog completely sleeping on my foot.
Well, she's now paralyzed, both of us, because her head is on the wheels of my
Okay,
chair.
she's so
we're not allowed to move.
has
so,
trapped us both.
Yes, this is our life now. So we're just gonna sit here until we die.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Because that's our job.
Because you can't move a sleeping dog.
No. But on that note, if you want to send help, you can find us on Twitter at Terra Podcast.
Find us on Facebook at There's No Place Like Terra.
You can email us at theresnoplaceliketerra@gmail.com if you have any survival tips for sitting in a chair forever.
Yep, because the dog's on your foot.
Uh-huh.
Rate us, like, or review us on imisspatreon.com/theresnoplaceliketerra. I don't even know anymore. The next episode, guys. The next episode we are recording.
It's 200.
Can you believe it? Episode 200.
What? How have we been doing this many things?
Here is the awesome part. For those of you who know the next episode, our 200th episode is Atlantis Duet.
Interesting.
Which, for those of you who've seen Duet, know and can predict how much fun this is for the 200th episode. Now, we can't have, unfortunately, episode 200 of SG1 be 200 because we fucked that up by covering Atlantis 2, but it's still a really good episode to have as 200.
Duet is a musical episode.
Uh-huh.
That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
I've made that decision.
That makes sense.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
I love you guys. Bye.
Alrighty, we are going to go. We'll be back next week
With
Duet. 200 episodes.
Okay, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.